guys, welcome to our Gig Masters webinar. We're so excited to have you.
Woo!
My name is Courtney and I've been with Gig Masters for 1 year.
I'm Katie. I've been with Gig Masters just shy of 2 years.
And I'm Brittany. I'm the newest team member of Account Services. I've been here for about 4 months.
Yay.
And we are calling today from our office in Norwalk, Connecticut, which is about 45 minutes from New York City. And we're just so excited to have you guys. We're going to start off in just a little bit, just going to wait till some more members join us.
Sharing Bill showed up.
We have Lexi from Maryland.
Craig from Boston.
Oh, Mallory coming there. Oh, wow, so many of you all at once. This is exciting. Can't believe all of you are here right now.
All right, so to get started, we're going to ask you guys a quick little quiz question. How long has Gig Masters been in business? We have 3 choices: A, 1997, B, 2002, or C, 2009. Let's get those answers right in that question box.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Wow.
There's
Some
so many
2002s
people.
in there.
Yeah, good amount of wow.
A lot of A's.
Answers are pretty split on this, but
All right, we're going to go with A, 1997. Since 1997, we have helped book over 275,000 events, earning our members over $160 million in revenue.
woo!
Woo. So if you're just joining us right now, I'm just going to reintroduce ourselves. My name is Courtney.
My name's Katie.
And I'm Brittany.
And we're just going to go over the 3 C's, which is customizing your profile, communicating with the client, and confirming bookings. So let's get started with that first C. We'll bring it over to Brittany.
All right, starting with customizing your profile. Right here we have a really great example of a strong profile for the client to see. You want to focus first on your profile name and your profile picture. For your profile name, make sure it describes you and your service. And for the profile picture, you want to make sure that it is current, it's relevant to what you offer, and that it's clear and it's a good quality picture. Now, I know we all love a really great selfie, but that's not necessarily the best option for a profile picture.
No.
So, where do you edit all of your aspects of your profile? You'd go right to the Member Control panel on the Profile tab. From here, you can edit every aspect of your profile. You want to get it right to 100% complete so that it looks like this great profile we have here on the split screen, and the clients will want to book you once they see it. The next part you would edit is your profile bio. Super important. The first few lines are what the clients read right away from the search results. You also want to make sure that you have your category words and your location in these first few lines, as those are what Google picks up with search engine optimization. So if you are a cover band in Los Angeles, you want to make sure you have both of those words listed right in those few lines so that that gets picked up. In your bio, the clients want to know more about you. Make sure to include any cool past events you may have helped or any high accomplishments. You want to make sure to check your spelling and grammar as well so that your profile looks nice and professional. Mm-hmm. So, just checking in to see who's still paying attention with us, we have another quiz question for you. How many photos can you upload to your profile? Pick a number between 1 and 100 and throw that in the question box. See what we have.
All right. Oh, a lot of you know.
Oh, we have
Everyone's
some
right.
10s and 20s.
25.
47.
Coming in from George.
All right, so we're going to give you the answer right here, and that is 100 photos. Make sure to upload those and keep them current. Once you do choose your best photos, you can upload them again right from that profile tab in your member control panel. Once they are uploaded, you can check them out. The clients will see them right in the photo gallery. From here, they can scroll through the pictures. You can upload all of your really great events. Any celebrity pictures, definitely get those in there. Mm-hmm. You can also put captions underneath them so the clients know exactly what they are looking at. Another important photo on your profile is your cover photo. We have 2 really great examples on these next 2 slides where they show what services you offer. They're also really clear. You don't want them to be stretched at all. If you don't have a great photo just yet, you can always use our default option. And last but not least, we do have the video section. If you have trouble uploading a video, you can always send them to us here at Account Services. We'll upload them for you. One helpful tip we've learned, if you have a video on your profile, you are more likely to get booked. So get those videos up there.
Definitely. And just as important as what the client can readily see on your profile is what you can do behind the scenes to further customize everything. So, upon joining Gig Masters, as all of you already have, you chose what level of membership. And really the biggest difference between all the memberships is how far would you travel for your gig. So kicking off our membership levels, we have the light membership. That's giving you a travel radius of 10 miles. That's good for any members in metropolitan areas. You're able to see what's coming in right from your membership and see, how active that area is. Our next one up is the basic membership. That gives you a 100-mile travel radius. So that's not only good for a metropolitan area, but all of the suburbs and everything else in between. Go up next to the Pro membership. That's more of a regional membership, or in some cases a statewide membership. And that means that you'll get multiple major cities in there. And finally, our highest level is the Gold membership. If you want to travel nationwide, you can do that. You want to take a quick trip to Canada and gig? Go for it. Canadians, come down here and entertain us. You can change any of these anytime in that profile tab we keep talking about here. You just click on the drop-down menu and select your mileage. The next thing we want to take a look at is your pay range. This is something you want to keep fairly specific. What is the absolute minimum and what is the absolute maximum you would take per hour, per gig? This informs the client before they even click on the request free quote button if you'd be a good fit for your event. So you definitely don't want to have anything on there that's a range from, say, $250 to $25,000. That's not going to tell them much about how much you're going to quote them for their kid's birthday party. Another thing to keep in mind is your primary category. This is actually something we would recommend most times not being super specific about. While it's great that you play very specific types of music, we want to make sure that you get found so clients can find you as well. This can be also set in your member control panel, clicking on that profile tab once again. Edit next to your category options and choose your primary category from your drop-down menu. You'll still show up in all the searches for any of the subcategories that you choose, but you'll show up highest in your primary category. So when a client comes to the GigMaster site, this is what they'll see when they're searching by primary category. This person's planning a birthday party in LA. So when they click that search button, this is what pops up. Ding! Right here. There we go. And that's all of our lovely comedians coming right out of Los Angeles. The last thing that you really should be focusing on is the event types that you're willing to receive leads for. You can change that in your profile tab in your member control panel. This is a great way to customize and optimize the types of leads that you're receiving. So if you're a magician and you don't do kids' parties, take yourself out of that. You won't receive leads for those. And that's a great way to make sure that you're saying yes to as many gigs as possible instead of declining a whole bunch.
Awesome. All right, let's move on to my favorite feature, and that's our gig calendar. So you want to make sure you're keeping this calendar updated at all times. Clients do look at the calendar. So make sure, when you first get a gig with GigMasters, that gig does come up on your calendar automatically. However, not only, gigs with GigMasters are on the calendar. You can initiate the booking yourself. You can add public events where clients could come, they could see you perform live so that they feel more comfortable, they know exactly what they're getting, and they're ready to book you. So, how to initiate this booking? If you go to your gig calendar, at the top left, you'll see an Add Gig button. So you can initiate that booking if it wasn't something that was found on GigMasters by clicking that top bubble and initiating the booking. This will give you the same benefits as a booking through GigMasters. So they will still get a review reminder,
make payments,
and it will increase your booking dollars as well. So another great feature that we have with our gig calendar is blocking out dates. So you can use this to black out vacation time or holidays that you don't necessarily want to have a gig for. So once you black out those dates, you won't receive leads anymore for those times, so you won't have to decline. So that's a great other feature that we have. Another feature that you didn't even know we offer, and that's offers. You can find this in your profile tab under additional features, and this will give a client just a set package that you give them. So it could be a wedding package or a Sweet 16 package or a Christmas package. This will give them exactly, the pricing, the performance, and once they request that offer, you will be the only vendor that receives that request. So it gives you a great upper hand for that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's about it for customizing your profile. So we're going to move it on to Brittany for client communication.
All right, the second C is communication. Most important, once you receive that request from a client, you will get a gig alert email, as you all know. From that gig alert email, you can click that orange View Now button. That'll bring you right to your member control panel where you can submit your price quote. Once you do that, the client does receive an email with your quote, which you might not have seen before, but here it is. They have two options. They can either send you a message directly, or they can click that big orange View Full Quote button. It'll bring them right to their own client control panel, where they can see all the details that you've submitted to them, and they can also start that booking process right from there. One last quiz question that we have for you here. Promise it's the last one. You have two options, A and B, where you can choose which quote you think is a better suit to send to the client. Let's hear those answers right in the questions box.
Yep.
The first one, that's a good choice. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
guys seem to have that
think we
pretty
know.
pretty much down.
All right, so I think collectively we've all chosen A as the better option, the top box. As you can see, it's detailed, it's informative on exactly what you are offering to the client for their event, and it's personalized. They congratulate the client on her engagement, makes her feel like you really want to be a part of her event. So let's make sure when you're sending those quotes in, you're definitely not a DJ lazy, but you're a DJ awesome.
Another thing to keep in mind when you are responding to a gig request is that the early bird gets the gig.
Just like
There
that.
it is. I just heard it. Now, we just want to remind you that these are recommendations that we find from some of the best bookers that we have here on Gigmaster. So if it takes you a little bit longer than what we recommend, it's okay. You're still able to run your business the way that you do. This is just what we find to be the most successful. 1 in 3 of the bookings that happen on Gigmasters go to the performer who responds first. So for those of you who are wondering if price is the most important, that's not always the case. It can be the person who jumps in the pool first. Once you submit that price quote, we recommend following up maybe 24 hours or so after you submit that quote. We give you their contact information. You can find that in your leads inbox there on your member control panel. Give them a call, send them an email, start talking about the event. If you weren't able to get in touch with them that first time, wait about 3 days, try again. If you're having a lot of trouble getting in touch with them, call us. We'll try to get in touch with the client as well, let them know that there are vendors who are very eager to talk to them about their event, and hopefully we can get one of you guys booked. Moving on, we will have some do's and don'ts for discussing things with clients. I mean, you can if the client requests you wear such an outfit to the event, but we highly recommend
Better
that you
not.
don't do that.
No.
Our first do act professionally when you're responding to a client.
Like I mentioned before, make sure to use spell check in your response. You want that response to be clear and professional and making sure the client wants to book you.
Yeah, and do ask for more details. If you have questions, sometimes they do leave a request a little vague, not as much information as you'd like. So we do encourage you asking more questions.
And if it's so vague that you don't know what to quote them, ask about their budget. Sometimes the client will give you a number that you're totally willing to work with, and in that case, go ahead and book that gig.
Make sure to be patient if the client needs more time. A lot of the times when we speak to the clients, they let us know they may have to talk with a committee or other family members, and they just need a little bit more time before making that final decision.
And do be upfront about the payments that the client needs to make. If there's a travel charge, a deposit at a certain time, just make them aware of that situation.
And for don'ts, first thing, don't speak poorly of your competition. It's just not nice.
And make sure you don't want to text without permission. Send them that first email or give them a phone call, and if they let you know that texting is the best option of communication with them, go right ahead, send them that text message.
And don't make calls or texts outside of business hours. Sending them a text or giving them a call at 2 a.m. probably isn't the best idea.
No, and following along with that, don't write in all caps. It sounds like this when you read it.
Make sure to not react negatively if you're not hired. You never know what might happen. If you are professional and friendly with the client, they may call you again for a different event in the future.
And don't book around the system. Remember that booking with Gigmasters is the best way to go.
All right, so our next topic we have here is something we wanted to introduce you guys to. You may not be aware. We call it PABO. It's Proactive Booking Outreach. What that is each one of us account services team members makes about an hour or more of outbound calls to clients per day. We check in to see if they need any help with their search, if they have any questions, or if they need help booking in general. We make about 8,000 or more calls each month trying to contact them and see how their search is going. The purpose of Pabo, you may ask, is to help you guys get more bookings. Like we said before, if you're having trouble reaching the client, definitely give us a call here at Account Services and we will Pabo them. We'll reach out to them, see the status of their event, and we'll follow up with you as well. So definitely give us a call if you have any questions about that.
Great. So let's move on to why we're here, why we're having this webinar, and that's to get you booked.
Yay.
So let's talk about the when, where, and why. So when is it appropriate to confirm the booking? When you and the client discuss that this performance will happen, then it is completely okay to book the event. And you can do this on your end. You don't have to wait for the client because sometimes, they might be a little confused. This is a great time for you to reach out and help them out. So where do you book them? If you go to your Leads tab in your member control panel, there's that Book Now button. So you can click that Book Now button and confirm that booking. It's pretty easy. And you can also confirm this booking on our mobile site that has just been updated.
Woohoo! And like to shout out our lovely producer's hand right there. Our hand model.
Hand model.
Not a member yet, but he might be.
He might be. And you can book on the go right from the mobile site there, and also you can see where we park if you're ever in Norwalk, Connecticut.
That's where we are.
That's where we are.
All right, so we went over the when and where on booking. Let's talk about the why. Why do you book through GigMasters and what are the benefits? The first one is an obvious reason. It does improve your search results rankings. So the more booking you get, the more booking dollars, and the higher you come up in that search. The second is the contracts. So there are contract template that we offer at GigMasters, and you can also use your own if that's something that you'd like, and that's completely okay. The third reason to book with us is that clients do have a peace of mind when they're booking with GigMasters. The payments are secure, and it just makes them feel comfortable that they can give us a call at any time. And the last reason is you do have a verified booking with us, so clients can leave reviews and ratings, and that always looks great on your profile. So moving on, bookings obviously equal higher ranking. As you see here, we have members that have over 700 bookings with us. These are people that were booking through the system, doing a great job of getting up there and getting their face out there when clients first come to their search page. So if you don't have 700 bookings yet, don't worry. One booking can go a long way. Mm-hmm. It's like a snowball effect. Once you get that first one going and the client sees that you're booking and that you're gigging, they're more prone to book and feel comfortable with that. Mm-hmm. And if you're wondering where you are coming up on the search, you can go to the Tools tab on your member control panel where it shows the location, the category, and where you're coming up. There's also a great feature where it shows the booking dollars and how much more money you need to make to come up in those search results. Ooh. And if you make a lot of money, you get this free cat.
You don't get the cat.
You get the cat.
You don't get the cat. You get the money that's on the cat, but you don't get the cat.
Right now.
Right meow.
No
Great.
cats.
So, as Courtney quickly mentioned before, reviews are super important. They help future clients see what the experiences your past clients had with you, all the 5-star reviews, all the glowing things they had to say about you. We want to make sure that all the reviews on there, your recent gigs, can be reordered to the top. You can also have a featured review shown on your page. Now we know sometimes getting a review can be tough, so maybe the day of the gig or right before you shake their hand and go for the night, remind them that GigMasters will be sending them a review request. Mm-hmm. It's a very quick and easy form. They just give you 5 stars, say how awesome you are, and it posts to your page within a few hours. And we have come to the end of the webinar. So we're going to wrap up really quickly for you right now. Let's remember our 3 C's. Customize your profile page, communicate with your clients, and confirm your bookings. We'll get to your questions in just a minute, so start throwing them into the question box right now. And we just want to remind you, we do have the Leads by GigMasters app. If you have an iPhone or a Droid, you can download that from your respective app stores. That way you can respond to your leads on the go. It doesn't replace having to log into your member control panel to book or receive money, but it does let you get in touch with those clients as fast as ever. Another thing we'd like to remind you about is our Inside the Gig blog. That's found at itg.gigmasters.com. So we're going to open up the floor to some questions.
The best part.
The best part.
Here's Johnny to help us out.
Hi, Johnny.
Here's Johnny.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
That was a really great webinar.
Thank
you.
Good
Johnny.
job. All right, we have a lot of questions rolling in, so we're going to do our best to get to as many as we can. Is it better to follow up from a quote with a phone call or an email?
I think that's completely, up to you. I would probably give the clients a call first. A lot of times they do want to hear from you, within that 24 hours just to, make sure you're a legitimate person that they can speak with. So I'd probably follow up with a phone call first, but an email is always good as well.
Yeah, and a good thing to keep in mind is, sometimes these people are putting in multiple requests or they're reaching out to multiple vendors. So let them know who you are, how they reached out to you, and what your quote was so you can refresh their memory a little bit.
Yeah, mentioning Gig Masters that you found them through Gig Masters is a great, because sometimes they might be a little confused. Yeah.
Great. Thanks so much, guys.
Thanks.
Our next question comes from Mike. He's asking, is it possible to plug in a YouTube video onto your profile?
Mike, not at this time. You can send us the YouTube link. We can convert that to a file for you, or we use this great website called keepvid.com, keepvid.com, and that's a great way to convert a YouTube link into a file for you to download and then upload to your profile page.
Mm-hmm. But if not, send it right to info@gigmasters.com. We'll upload it for you.
We have the
Excellent.
technology.
Wonderful, guys. All right, one more question. We have, how do we get feedback if we are not chosen for the gig?
Well, you could do the performer-initiated booking. If it's not something that you received through Gig Masters, you can still put it in through Gig Masters so that client can leave you a review. If it's something that you just did this past weekend, give us a call. We can help you out with that and making sure that does post to your profile if the client's really eager to let everyone else know how awesome you are.
Definitely.
Okay, let's do one last question.
Okay.
This comes from Glinda. She's asking, if I have sent a contract to a bride and 3 months later no response, what do I do? I've emailed and phoned, and they said that she was hired.
Call us.
Yeah. When you guys give us a call, we are happy to reach out to the client. Sometimes, having that Gig Masters email is more prone for them to respond quicker.
Mm-hmm.
They know exactly where it's coming from. So let us know. We can send her an email. We can give her a phone call and get that all squared away for you.
And if it does end up that it falls through, we can handle that for you as well. Keep us in the loop. We're here to help you guys out. We want to make sure you succeed. So by keeping in communication with us, we can communicate with the client. Everyone can be happy. Yeah.
All right, thanks so much, guys.
Thank you, Johnny.
All right, guys, that's the end of our webinar. We're so glad you guys stuck around. If you have any other questions, email us at info@gigmasters.com or give us a call at 866-342-9794. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.